Morning, guys. I'm on my way to work, and hopefully this thing stays up because we've been having technical difficulties. This car mount that I have purchased is giving me the blues. Oh, Lord. Who rides with their trunk up? So, I'm on my way to work, and I wanted to chit-chat with you guys about something, of course, on the way to work, because that's how I do things. Okay, hopefully you guys can see me. Honey, I've been going through it with this little car mount. But it's Monday morning, and I want to talk to you guys about something. I have been watching a few videos on YouTube, and it's been a couple that stood out to me that I'm going to be making my opinions or my thoughts about. Why am I doing that? My opinions or my thoughts about. But one thing I want to talk about today was stop putting your personal relationship, marriage, all that stuff on YouTube when you already know it's rocky. You don't know if it's gonna last long, okay? Because then you put this person all on your YouTube channel, and then y'all break up. You have to come back to your YouTube fans or subscribers or whatever and say, oh, we're not together anymore. Sometimes they tell too much of the situation, like nobody needs to know, or they go through the video of saying we're not together anymore, this is what happened, and you're doing all this snotting and crying on video, and then like a week later, or even a month, I'll give it a month, a week to a month later, this person is back in your life. Y'all back acting like y'all having a great time on YouTube, laughing, life is all good, but a week or a month ago, you were snotting and crying on YouTube. I know we're supposed to be transparent or whatnot, but sometimes you could be too damn transparent. Okay? You could be too damn transparent. Some shit you just need to keep to yourself. Y'all have, I've been on YouTube, I don't know how long, 3 years, maybe? It's a cop next to me. What are he doing? I've been on YouTube 3 years maybe, and y'all have always heard me refer to my girlfriend as Honey. Y'all have always heard me refer to her as Honey. And there's a cop playing Russian roulette with somebody else, child. These Houston police, and it's a constable. Anyways, things like that catch my attention. Maybe because I work in law enforcement. But anyways, y'all have always heard me refer to her as Honey. You don't know her real name. I think you have briefly saw her in a video, of her giving me something or something like that. But other than that, I don't put her in my videos because YouTube is my thing. It's not hers. You know what I mean? And even though she's a part of my life every day, 24 hours, 7 days a week, 365, I do not put her on my YouTube channel because it's my thing. Now, I can understand if you have a family YouTube channel, then of course the family is involved or whatnot. But just these little minute damn relationships y'all have, keep that stuff to yourselves. And this, I'm not gonna say the person's name because I have been watching her for a while. I'm gonna say at least a year or two. I have been watching her for a while, and beginning of the year she came with a video saying her and her husband was splitting up. And if you watch her channel, please don't put her name out there. I'm not trying to bash anybody or anything like that. I'm just talking about my personal opinion about the way I feel about the situation. But she came on telling people that they were breaking up, they were splitting up, and she changed her whole channel name. And she never did bash her husband the first time. She never did bash her husband, okay? And then maybe like another video, she was showing her moving out of their home and her taking her kids with her, stuff like that. Then maybe like a month later, a video came out to where her and her husband were back together. She had changed her channel name back to her original name, you know? And so then yesterday I had a little time and I was cruising those YouTube streets, okay? And so I saw a video that she had posted up about no one should ever have to deal with abuse, which I agree. No one should ever have to deal with abuse, mentally, physically, verbally, none of that. And I have experienced it all, okay? Nobody should ever have to deal with that. So the video intrigued me, right? So I click on it. And it's a video of her snotting and crying, talking about the abuse that she has endured over the years of her marriage with her husband, and now she's leaving him again. Like what? Like, you knew the first time. Nobody knows what goes on behind closed doors. I don't care how people portray on YouTube that their life is so wonderful, so great, so grand. You never know how things are behind closed doors. So you knew though how your home life was. So the first time you decided to leave him, that should have been it. Because when I have dealt with a abuser, nothing ever changes. I don't care how much they say they love you, they won't do it again. This is why I did it, blase, blase. We got all these excuses and we're blaming people. They even turn around and blame you. It will never change. They are who they are. We must accept it. No matter how much we love them, try to prove to them that I'm all for you, there's nobody else, we're a team. None of that ever satisfies a abuser. Ever. Okay? So, especially, I'm speaking from my point of view, the things I have experienced in life. Because I know abusers that I was in a relationship with, and they're still abusers to this day. So, then she said the first time she turned the comments off on her video, okay? And she said she turned the comments off because the first video that she made when she first left her husband, she got so many hate comments about you shouldn't leave him, that's not what the Bible says, God doesn't validate divorces, and all the stuff that she said she was receiving. So she said it made her feel bad about the situation, and somebody even made comments like, you're doing your kids an injustice, breaking up the family, blah blah blah. So she felt obligated to try to work it out with him and stuff like that. I guess to keep a face, a good face for YouTube and her social media. That's what I gathered from the video, right? So she turned the comments off because she said she don't want any comments. This is her decision. It is what it is. If you don't like my decision, quit watching me. That's what she said. So my thoughts are, why you have that same damn confidence or reality check with yourself first time around? Because you are the one that lives in this house, and if you're being abused, you can't tell me that your kids are not being abused in some type of way. You might not get the same type of abuse, but it's happening all around the house. You know what I mean? So it's like, and then I remember when I was going through what I went through with my ex-husband. My ex-husband, he wasn't physical with me. Like, he pushed me down one time. But my brothers don't play. And, yeah, we corrected that real quick. So, his thing was to verbally abuse me. He would verbally abuse me, mentally abuse me. And I knew the stuff that he used to say to me was not true about me because of the way I was raised. I was raised to, you know, think highly of myself. Anything that you want to do, put your mind to it, you'll do it. You know, that type of thing. So, but when you think you in love with someone and then they say all these things about you or they treat you a certain type of way, it's like, did I ask for this treatment? What am I doing to get this type of treatment? Why does he say these things to me? And so that's what I went through. I had to ask myself. But baby, when I got tired, I got tired. And when you go out, like you're getting all this, in my case, when I was getting all this verbal abuse and mental abuse at home, then I would go out in the world and men would like treat me so much freaking better. Like men that didn't even have to would treat me so freaking good. It's like, why did I go home to him every day? What was the point of that? And the kicker was for me, like I knew I did not want my daughter to grow up thinking that was the way that a man should treat her or the way a man should talk to her. I didn't want her to have that view, right? Because that's be what she sees in her household between her mom and dad. I didn't want her to have that view. But that was one of the things that like really made me, okay, this is it. I got to get up out of here. And then I was just downright unhappy. I was depressed. Things in my life wasn't going right because I wasn't where I wanted to be. I was at a place to where I wanted to get out. So, and then she said she got all these comments about, you know, divorce in the Bible and these so-called Christians bashing her. I got the same type of responses when people find out, because I didn't brag about my divorce and me leaving my husband and stuff like that. I didn't brag about it. I just did it. You feel what I'm saying? So when people that I knew did say little comments, and like even my parents, I'm not even gonna lie, my parents were so like, oh, you shouldn't leave, it'll be okay, it'll work itself out. Like, but they've been married like 40-some years, and I know my mom has endured a whole bunch of crap from my dad. I love both of them to death, but it is the truth. And so maybe that was okay for her, and maybe the way that my husband was treating me, you know what, I take that back, because I never told my parents or my family how things really was in my household. I never did. To this day, I have never actually sat down and told them what I endured. So all they could see was Jackie want to leave. So with them being together for so long, it's like divorce was not an option. Divorce wasn't an option for them. Divorce was an option for me. And even in the Bible, it tells you, you know, God gives you a mind to think and make good decisions and stuff like that. And it also has bylaws or rules or whatever for you to be able to get a divorce in the Bible. And, you know, some of those adultery and stuff like that was happening, fornication, stuff like that was happening in my marriage that I didn't know about until after I divorced him. But it's still, you know, everybody makes their own decision. Nobody lives my life. I don't live anybody else's life. So if you want to leave your husband or divorce your husband and you have your own good reasons, and whatever reasons you come up with, you don't have to justify that crap with nobody. And I do mean nobody. Only person that you have to talk, you know, deal with that with is probably the kids that you have in the relationship, because it does, divorce or separation does affect the kids. And God or whoever your higher being is, that, and yourself. That's it. Because ultimately you do want to make the right decisions for you, your life, and the kids you have brought into the world. Ultimately. So my thing is, this whole little rant, keep your damn personal life to yourself. Like, I see all these YouTubers, they change their boyfriends every year or 6 months, and then okay, you get used to one person, seeing one person in all your videos, and then you gotta get used to that person not being there, and then you gotta get used to the new dude that you bring into the video. It's like, damn, really? So I do thrive, side note, I do thrive during the fall time because I get an extra hour of sleep. So I actually had some energy and some about myself to want to get up and put makeup on this morning. So we did like a little quick face, nothing, you know, important or whatnot. This is an office space basically, and your girl is just going to work. But I wanted to talk about that because nobody knows what you go through behind closed doors but you. But damn, why do we have to see every dude that you bring into your life on these YouTube videos? So I hope her actually getting him out of her life, getting herself back, because she said she wants to get herself back, making her kids a priority. Hopefully we don't see a new John anytime soon, because you're supposed to be working on yourself, right? After my divorce, I have told y'all I went to counseling after my divorce. I actually started dating myself after my divorce. I had to get used to a one-income household because I was used to a two-income household. I had to get used to being in my own apartment with my child. You know what I mean? Because I was used to two people. So I had to find ways to keep, both of us entertained. You know what I mean? It just wasn't just her. And then I had to comfort her and try to explain to her why daddy wasn't around anymore and why we don't live in the same house anymore. My child was like 6 or 7 years old when I split from her dad. So it was a lot. I didn't have time for new people in my life. I didn't. I really didn't. Now when I did decide, okay, you know, maybe I should go on a date. Maybe I should start talking to people. I did that, but I kept my kid away from them. They didn't come to my house to meet me. We met out. And when I went home by my damn self. You know what I mean? And I can tell you it's two people that I dated. Not a relationship. But I dated them. Never knew where I stayed. Never talked to my kid. Never met my kid. Because I knew that they weren't the people I wanted around my child. And with my divorce, so disrespectful. So my car mount fell again, but I just didn't want that around my kid. So moral of this story is, because we were so rudely interrupted by this car mount, y'all. Do what you do, but keep some of this shit off YouTube and the internet. Just live your life to the fullest off of the internet. That's all I'm saying. Then won't nobody have nothing to judge you about or make hateful comments about and all that good shit. So I thank you guys for watching this video. If you have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, honey. And I guess I'll just see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.